I did cut my hair. But we have a trade! Woo! First thoughts. Why? This trade looks very unnecessary, especially of how much depth the Kings have, especially on the center and on the wing. For that bottom six, we're giving up some draft capital for a player who gives up too many penalty minutes. So the official trade is that the Kings will receive Brendan Lemieux from the New York Rangers for the LA Kings 2021 fourth round pick. Here it says Brendan Lemieux is right now making $1.55 million per year, and he still has one more year left on his contract after this season. This is why the trade doesn't make sense to me, because for a player like him, he's making too much money. He should be making less than $1 million. I would probably say $925K sounds reasonable for a player like him, but he does bring that physical and dangerous player, like an enforcer type player, to a team's lineup. And that's something the Kings have been struggling since they've been trading most of their players and assets from the two cup runs. The only big physical guy who will actually get into fights regularly on the Kings lineup is our 7th defenseman, Curtis McDermott. And I'm gonna be honest, he shouldn't be playing because he's not really the best NHL defenseman. Like, yes, he brings that physical presence in the lineup, can beat up players, can fight. We saw the fight he had recently against a shark. Yeah, so the only reason why I see this trade happening is that Blake and McLennan, they want a more physical, aggressive player in the lineup, so possibly Curtis McDermott doesn't have to play every single night. Because recently, he has been on the back end a lot of goals against, which is never a good sign for a defenseman. However, the one concern I have with this trade is that it's just limiting more young talent from coming up. You read that the Kings want to make the playoffs this year, and there is a chance because St. Louis are losing and the Kings are in reach. They just need to win more games at St. Louis in the next month or two of the season, rest of the season. But then I read on Twitter that Rob Blake was in the middle of a big trade involving Alex Iafallo and another trade of Andres Napasiu, which are two great wingers that can help us push for that playoff run. But if we trade all away, we're just saying, yeah, we're not going to make the playoffs this year. We're giving up on the playoffs. I also saw something on Twitter earlier in the week. Toronto was in contact with Jonathan Quick about a trade. So is there a possibility Rob Blake trades Quick before the trade deadline? So these are three assets that would be very useful for the Kings in pursuing a playoff push, and Rob Blake is thinking of trading all three of them. And if the Kings do keep him this summer, do the Kings protect him? Or if they don't protect him, that's just basically potentially giving up a free fourth round pick. And also, I think if you're a Kings fan, you should be scared of the Seattle expansion draft, because if Rob Blake doesn't trade Quick, I don't see why not Seattle takes Quick, because I think 100% Rob Blake is going to protect Cal Peterson. He's probably the goalie of the next coming years for the Kings. But Jonathan Quick, he's Jonathan Quick. Who doesn't want Jonathan Quick on their team? Yeah, he has a pretty expensive contract, but that contract will be done in like 2 years after the season. I think I'm definitely going to make a video at the end of the season, kind of giving my preview and expectations for who Rob Blake and Tom McLaren are going to plan to protect in the Seattle expansion draft. Well, I think this was a longer video than I expected. That's my video. The Kings acquire Brendan Lemieux for a 2021 4th round pick. Let me know what you think about the trade in the comment section, and I'll see you next time. Peace.